Yo, 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 it's Service the Bear here, and we are live doing some Let's Play Jake Hunter Detective Chronicles. Now, I recently found out about this game, and I got my lovely paws onto it. Just check my levels here, that's fine. It's basically graphic novel, basically. Jake Hunter is known in Japan as something I can't really say. I'm not going to really try to because I don't want to offend the Japanese people because I know their stuff is great. It's basically a mystery adventure game series. Originally developed and published by Data East in the 1987s, and later developed by Work Jam and other companies. Despite the popularity in Japan, only one of the games has been released overseas, which is basically the one that comes on DS by the looks of it, and was retitled and released in North America in June 11, 2008 by Axie Games as Jake Hunter Detective Chronicles, which is what we got here. The game was re-released in May the 26th, 2009 as Jake Hunter Detective Story Memories of the Past, which contains original 3 cases with new translations to improve the original game content. Now, I do have my pause on that as well, but I'll be going through that at a later date. Now, some people might be worrying because wondering why I've recently decided to pop up. Well, because I recently just found out this one, I decided, you know what, heck it. I got some time, I'm gonna stream. And I decided I'll stream this. I like my little graphic adventure novels type things, and I generally just love RPGs. And anything with a good story. As I said, basically it's got game content and a few new cases, a large number of unlockables, including comics. Now, that is me just glancing that off of the good old wiki. Anything else? Enough of me running on just now. As you can see, when I was in, we were in the config bit. I was just basically just setting up the music and that. Yeah. Currently I'm just using stereo even though I got my headphones on. BGM, that's the volume there. Sound setting. The message, I mean I've got it set at normal just now. Database, don't think there should be anything in it just now. Cases. Yeah. Episode introduction, just return them out. And we'll just start off and get on going. My side of it stuff, I'm not 100% lately. I think I picked up somebody's head cold from work, so. Coffee. New game. Okay. Detective Jake Hunter, episode number 1. The Pretty Murder of a Fragile Heart. Touch the screen to press A to start. I'm just gonna click the button, of course. We got some running. Police keep out. Ooh, it's a cop. Sound issues. What? Blank. Clicky. There are no witnesses. No, sir. We've been interviewing people, including passers-by, but... I looked around as I said it. Aspicchio Central Park. I was standing in the park at the center of Aspicchio. Is that so? Okay. Keep it up. Lovely three good old dots, you know? You gotta love those dots, don't you? As I let out a sigh on the fresh cut lawn, I realized summer was fast approaching. It might prove difficult to uncover who did this to you. Then I closed my eyes, and as I said a small prayer, the thing before me was nothing like the beautiful park. Sir! Huh? What is it? Julie? I probably spelling that wrong, but who cares? I'm dyslexic, so bleh. Would you like another cup of coffee, sir? Well, technically, currently right now, I just got my cup of coffee, but, yeah, okay. Huh? Oh. It's empty. I guess you didn't notice. Something on your mind? Not really. I was just thinking about... Yeah, let's go with that one. I was just thinking about you. What? You were thinking about me? Question mark. Yeah. It's been about a year since you started. Oh, that. What do you want to do? I'm gonna be pervy. Her name is Yula Marks. She's my only employee here. What? It's kinda sucky. Only employee then. Okay. Is there something wrong with my face there? You're staring at me. Oh, I'm such a evil man. Return, what do you want to do? Talk. Yeah. Is there anything else I can inspect inside the window? Entrance, office inside. You're inside the officer detective office. Okay. This room located in the Tripedio district has both an office and a home. Not very big, but I like the location. Relatively quiet environment. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that takes me back to the time screen. Alright, I'm a dunce. I lit a cigarette. And at the same time, I drank coffee for my cigarette. Because I'm that skilled. The smoke drifted up from my cigarette through the office. This is the memo pad in which you write down information about cases and leads. Nothing major now. Okay. I wonder if you want to know that. More clients. No longer in the red. It was just Ben. I heard footsteps coming up from the stairs behind the door. As I looked at the door, the footsteps stopped, and the door opened. It was Scott Kingsley, a police officer from Espikio Police Station. If I'm saying that wrong, somebody say. I generally feel like a fool if I say something wrong. Hey King, what brings you here at this hour? Jake. I came here on business, really. That's great. Came here on business, I feel slightly disturbed. It's an old guy with a dodgy mustache. It's about this homicide. It was out of character for him to be look so depressed. He's a cop, he should be depressed. Oh. So you're here on business, huh? Don't know if I can be of much help. Why don't you tell me about it? It's concerning a homicide occurred in Espikio Central Park. I have a bad feeling that this isn't going to be easy. So I need your assistance. What do you want to talk about? Let's see, the murder. The victim was a young woman by the name of Mary Taylor. At 7 a.m. this morning, the park's groundskeeper found her body on the lawn of Espikio Central Park. Unfortunately, we do not know much about the victim yet. We only know her name, address, thanks to her driver's license. And judging by what she was wearing, I believe she may have been a bar hostess. Here's a picture of the victim. Hold on to it. Okay. I shall hold on to said picture. We're investigating it right now. But according to the crime laboratory's results, it was mostly like strangulation. Really? Awesome. You can ask Miss Martin at the crime laboratory for more details. Was there any witnesses? Actually, that's a strange thing. As you know, many homeless people live in Espikio Park, Central Park. There were a few homeless people near the lawn where the body was found too. However, after conducting several interviews, I was unable to find any witness. That's definitely not normal. So you're asking me to investigate the case, right? Correct. Not only because there were no witnesses, but just have had a bad feeling about this case in general. Eyeballs that up there. Nah. So I'd like to ask you for your assistance. What do you think? Will you accept my request? Fine. Bring it. Alright. I can't say no to a friend. And down there. I'll do it. Really? No. I just said it for fun and giggles, alright, man? I just gotta live it. That's a relief. Hey, don't get your hopes up. Don't be ridiculous. When it comes to a case like this, the police are usually powerless to do anything. I'm counting on you, Jake. Okay, then I'm off to investigate. Hold down the fort while I'm gone.
Yes, sir.
Wait, Jake. What is it, King? My colleague, Vincent Lewis, was inquiring about you. He'd like to meet you if he could. If you don't mind, would you go and visit him sometime? Inquiring about me? What do you say to him about me, King? Oh, don't get so skeptical. Vince is a good man, so... Alright. Then you can introduce me to him next time. Thank you, Jake. If you two get along, maybe you can go out to have drinks together or something, eh? I left my office and headed for Espicchio police station, which wasn't too far away. But I was too lazy and decided to get a cab that took me around the whole damn city. Money-grubbing cabbers. Espicchio City was as crowded and noisy as usual. It made this case feel all too surreal. I arrived at Espicchio police station. This is Espicchio City Police Station, with jurisdiction over the Tripudio district. It's always busy. That must be the reason for the constant tense, exhausting atmosphere here. King has been working at this bustling police station for nearly 30 years now. I got to hand it to him for lasting that long. What do I want to do? Let's talk to something. Let's move to the crime lab. Excuse me, sir. Where are you headed? The cop at the entrance got in my way. You'd like to see Miss Martin at the crime lab? Excuse me, but do you have an appointment today, sir? I briefly explained the situation to him. I understand. I'll let her know you're here. She should be with you in a moment. Dot, dot, dot. More dots. I'm sorry, but Miss Martin said she wasn't expecting you. What? Then can you put me through to Inspector Kingsley in Criminal Affairs Division? It seems Kingsley isn't here right now. I'm sorry, but without permission I can't let you go through here. Oh. What do I want to do now? I've come this far. Okay. The environment inside the station was tense, probably because of the death or Mary Terry's death. Looks like it's gonna rain soon. There are clouds on the horizon. The police station has always felt intimidating, but that feeling has never been as intense as it is now. The sign says, Road Safety Campaign on it. Being a cop isn't easy. As I was scoping out the station, I realised that a middle-aged man was staring at me. When he saw me look towards him, he approached me in a hurry and said, Hey, you're Jake. aren't you? Excuse me? How do you know my name? Ha ha ha, I knew it. You fit King's description exactly. Ah, then you must be... King's colleague. Of course I am. Oops, I haven't introduced myself, have I? I'm Vincent Lewis, an inspector from the Criminal Affairs Division. Oh, nice timing. Do you think you can give me a hand real quick? Huh? Sure, shoot. What do you need help with? I see, you want to go to the crime lab, huh? Yeah. Really help me out. No problem, leave it to me. Oh, and by the way, King really should carry a cell phone. I can never get a hold of him when I really need to. Well then, I'll talk to the receptionist and the crime lab for you, okay? I really appreciate it, Mr. Lewis. Don't worry about it. You can just buy me a drink next time. What the? Okay. He's trying to proposition me. I need an adult, preferably somebody who's more responsible than me. Right, what do I want to do? I want to get in that bloody building. That's what I want to bloody do. Let's go. I went through the entrance and stood inside Aspicio's police station. Everybody stared at me. It felt creepy. I didn't realize that my pants were down. The tension in the room was so thick you couldn't cut it with a knife. You could have, actually. Wait, really? Seriously? When the tension becomes solid. Cool. Here, you want a bit of tension? Slice, slice. Here you go.
I'll have 2 portions, please.
As I headed for the crime lab, I could feel that tension begin to work its way under my skin. I then suddenly punched a spotty kid in the face, just to relieve that tension. The kid hit the deck and was out cold for hours. I felt relief at last. I walked into the crime laboratory of the Shinjuku police station. Seriously? It repeats the police station all the time. Oh. I'd imagine the crime lab crowded with machines and decorated by documents strewn across every surface. I guess I was wrong. When I arrived at the entrance, the woman approached me. Pardon me, but are you Jake? Rawr. Hello. She's brunette with red glasses. Yes, I am. That's me. I'm Jake. Burst to her back. Make myself look good. Rawr. This is the second time I've been asked that. Oh, good. I thought so. I'm sorry about before. Mr. Kingsley told me you'd be coming by, but I had forgotten your name, so... So, you're Miss Martin.
That's right. My name's Samantha Martin, but feel free to call me Samantha. I just started here last month, and it's been pretty hectic since.
Still, you seem pretty happy.
Ha 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 ha. That's because my job is challenging and rewarding all the time. So, you'd like to know about Mary Taylor, correct? Bruising on the throat and neck indicates that the cause of death was asphyxiation. To put it in layman's terms, she was strangled to death.
time of death?
The victim's estimated time of death was around midnight last night. However, estimates of time of death can depend heavily on the condition and situation the body is found in. In other words, keep in mind that this time is only an estimation. In my opinion, however, it's probably not too far off. By the way, where were you around midnight last night? Based on the bruising on her neck, the criminal's height is around 5'9", with over 15 kilograms, 2 centimeters of grip strength. The criminal is probably male. The victim's belongings found at the scene remain intact. There's no evidence of her valuables being rummaged through, and her clothes aren't damaged at all. This makes the case that much harder to solve. The belongings found at the scene are on the shelf, if you would like to take a look at them. We've already finished examining them for evidence. Well, it's not like this sort of thing is unheard of. I've only been here a month and I'm already used to it.
I put on rubber gloves that Samantha gave me and inspected the victim's belongings. I've never been able to get over the feeling of a little guilty for touching a victim's belongings. Let's have a look at the victim's clothing first. There was not much damage on the clothes, although they were quite colorful. Although expensive, her clothes are so flashy that people wouldn't normally wear them. Let's see, we go accessories pouch. In the accessories pouch was a tissue packet, a handkerchief, pencils, and a cell phone. Rumor has it that those who keep their cell phones in an accessory pouch tend to have certain occupations. The purse next. Inside the high-end purse, there's a wallet, an accessory pouch, and a cosmetic case. Oh, so that was pretty. It doesn't look like there are any cash missing. Okay, so the wall's fine. There's also a driver's license, which shows her home address. If you visit our home, please call me at this number so that I can tell the officer on site that you're coming. I got her number. It'll be very helpful during the investigation. The cell phone is like a treasure trove of information in today's society. This alone could provide a great deal of information about the people she was close to. Although, there are still some people who don't have a cell phone. King, for instance. To my amazement, she had over 400 contacts. Mary Taylor must have been quite a social butterfly when she was alive.
If you need that, feel free to take it. I uploaded a backup of the cell phone information onto my computer. And as King said, I think that kind of thing should be in your possession rather in the hands of the police.
That's good to hear. But why would you trust me with it?
Oh, I didn't expect that you'd worry about that.
That really has more to do with you than me. It won't be good for you if they find out that an outsider removed any of the victim's belongings.
You needn't worry about that. I may have only been here a month, but there's no one in this department with the guts to fire me. The same goes for King, I believe. Besides, only the three of us are aware of the situation.
Okay then, I'll be borrowing this. Actually, it's a huge help. I obtained Mary Taylor's cell phone. We've done the purse, we've done the wallet, we've done the victim's clothes. I looked away from the victim's belongings.
You don't need to inspect any further?
It lists the most wanted criminals. Cool. The faces of many hardened fugitives glare down from it. The reception counter looks very busy. Of course it is. So look at the vicinity. It was unusually noisy, probably because of our Mary Taylor's case. And let's go stare at Samantha again. She's very articulate, and her eyes glimmer with curiosity. There's definitely something unusual about her. Regardless of the dark circles around her eyes, her unkempt hair, she still looks like a scientist. It's probably part of her nature. If only there were such a thing as a natural-born scientist. Nothing else there, I think. Nope, let's return. Let's move. There might be more information I can get from it. Okay. Really? Ring intact. No evidence. Yeah, I did actually. Thanks.
If you need anything, you can visit me anytime. If you find something interesting for me, I'll run it through the lab.
I appreciate it. If I find anything, I'll definitely ask you to take a look at it. Now can I go in? Oh, that's my hunter. Let's go to the park. Thank you for everything. I appreciate your help. Now that I've received enough information from you, I guess I'll see you later.
Sure, anytime.
I shut the door behind me and left the crime lab. I arrived at the entrance gate of Vespuccio Park, Shinjuku Park, the scene of the crime. The park overflows with greenery and is so peaceful. You never imagine that it's right next to the Capitol buildings. It's so hard to believe murder could happen in such a place. It's the park map. The park is so large, it almost is hard to believe it's in the middle of the big city like Aspikio. There are no clues in it. I didn't really expect to find much. It's always best to have a look. The scene of the crime was down the path. There were some trees in the way, so I couldn't get a good look at the crime scene from there. As I looked around the park, a man with a large broom caught my attention. I realized he was probably the groundskeeper. Hi. I want to talk to you about the murder. I don't want to remember anything about it, to be honest with you. I found her while I was making my early morning rounds. I was walking around the park as usual when I saw something strange on the grass. At first, I thought it was just garbage someone had dumped in the park. But when I took a closer look, I saw it was a woman's body. I was in total shock. As a groundskeeper, I knew this kind of thing might happen one day, but I felt so sorry for her. I hope the killer will be arrested soon. It was so quiet, as usual, with a few homeless people here and there. She looked like she was just sleeping. She looked so peaceful. Not much of a silver lining, I suppose, but at least it's something. They live in small groups all over the park, each one with its own territory. Does that mean each group lives in a certain place? Yep. They kind of get nervous if you bombard them with questions, so go easy with them. The police have been too hard on them in the past, so they don't trust cops anymore. I see. I'll be careful. It was a while. I was making my early morning rounds around 7 a.m. I was walking around the park as usual when I found the body. I hope the killer will be arrested soon. Okay, so it was about 7 a.m. for him. Really? A group of three, Taggart, DeBerg, and Stevenson, claim the territory around the crime scene. Okay. Even since the murder, the other homeless groups won't get near the area. Those three are always together, so you could be able to find them if you look around the crime scene. Got it. Thanks. Let's go. There we go. I started walking down the path to the crime scene. A few minutes down the path, the forest opened up, and I found myself in a clearing. Aspikio Central Park. This is the crime scene where the murder took place. Dun, 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 dun. The park entrance was only a few minutes away through the trees. The tents of the homeless people blend in as if They were just another part of the park. What I want to do. What I want to do. The white outline of Mary's body was still in the grass. Apparently, Mary Terror was lying with her legs stretched out. There were a couple of homeless people in that part of the park. According to the groundskeeper, they kept their territories. That means some of them should have been around at the time of the murder. Lush forest surrounding this large open area in the park. I feel relaxed every time I visit a park. I couldn't believe a murder could happen in such a place. I noticed 3 homeless people staring at me near the crime scene. I figured they were the 3 homeless people the groundskeeper had mentioned. They looked like they might give me some trouble, but I had to try talking to them. Yep, I want to talk to you about the murder. Okay. These guys are not being very talkative. Yeah, looks like Mr. Albertus. I don't want to play it. Yeah. They don't want to talk no more. Let's have a little sticky. Well, we can try. Yeah, I was expecting that myself. Oh, I just hit the save button. Yeah, definitely probably can't get any more information out of them. I'm curious why they acted that way around me, but I'll come and visit again later. Yeah, definitely. Scenes. Limitless stream of humanity bustled to and fro, filling the streets and sidewalks. Tens of thousands of people walk through this intersection every day. A huge television screen looms over the crowd, giving us a glimpse of other worlds while surfing our own. Oops, missed that bit. Darn. There's a distinct liveliness about this place. Jake, is that you, Jake? The sound of a familiar voice caught me off guard. I turned around to see it had come from King. Yeah, they were like really bitchy. Unfortunately, there's no new regions yet. Me? Slack off? No, never. Interviews, of course. I've been searching for Mr. Mary Taylor's workplace by showing her picture and asking her around. Yep. I don't know how well you two get along. Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't I supposed to phone? King is probably going to interview around. Like, okay, how anyone at King's age could be so full of vitality? I gotta hand it to him. think I'll probably head to the office, I think. I said goodbye to King and started off towards my office. Woohoo! She welcomes me back. How did investigations go? I found some leads. I think I'm gonna organize them in my office. Awesome. After nodding to Yuna, I sat down on the chair and lit a marble. It feels like all the tension and stress just melts away from a good smoke. I have to admit, that does help. And sadly, I don't smoke anymore. No wonder I want to try and kill every single thing that pisses me off. I started to think of all the things I've done that day. Think. First, regarding the crime scene. Yep. When was the body found? This morning around about 7. The person who found the body first was Mr. Matthews, the groundskeeper. According to Samantha, the time of the murder took place around about 12 a.m. today. Based on the conditions of the body and the belongings left at the crime scene. It wasn't robbery, I don't think it was vengeance. Could have been vengeance. But it definitely wasn't robbery because there was nothing taken. All those people. Yeah. Okay, I think I shall leave it for there for now. Maybe. I don't know. No, we'll keep going for a bit. Bear Turtle's murdered in Shinjuku Park. Message was sent to her cell phone just to seek where to help. I've yet to uncover what this message means. Samantha had been able to determine that the message was sent over internet from a computer. The sender was not known. King said this case would be especially a tough one, and I was beginning to see what he'd meant. Yeah, let's go. We're gonna leave it for there for now. I hope you enjoyed the stream just as much as I enjoyed streaming it. Let's see here. Better save. Okay. That's it saved. So, thanks for watching, and pretty much we will see you as they say, we will see you next time.